Hello, I'm Blair alongside me, myself, and I, and considering the day this video is going to be released, Saturday, will be Summerslam, I decided why not just record some matches that will be on the Summerslam card and see what the game who the game thinks will win. We'll be doing 5 matches, hopefully 5 matches. I assume it'll actually end up being longer than an hour, but I'll try and cut some stuff down because I don't want it to be over an hour for this video, because then it's able to be uploaded pretty quickly and stuff. Over our videos will end up being special ones really. But as you can see, to kick off the 5 matches we'll be doing, Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal. The 5 matches we'll be doing are actually the 5 matches that are currently scheduled. But this being before Smackdown, so there could be more matches added. That you can actually play on 2K19 without actually having to download anyone, because each of the other matches, there's at least one guy that's not in the WWE 2K19 game. Because you've got Styles and Omos, which are RK Bro, Omos nor Riddle are in 2K19. Alexa Bliss vs Eva Marie. Eva Marie is not in 2K19. Sheamus vs Damian Priest. Damian Priest isn't in 2K19. The Usos vs the Mysterios. Dominic's not in 2K19. Nikki Ash vs Charlotte Flair vs Rhea Ripley. Nikki Ash nor Nikki Cross is in 2K19. I don't think Rhea Ripley's in 2K19 either. So, yeah. The 5 matches we'll be doing are Drew McIntyre vs Jinder Mahal, and luckily Blair and Shanky are not at ringside, because then I wouldn't be able to really replicate it in its entirety. And then again, I won't be able to replicate the WWE title match in its entirety either. But so we've got McIntyre vs Jinder, Edge vs Rollins, Blair vs Banks, Lashley vs Goldberg, and of course main event of the show, Roman Reigns vs John Cena for the Universal title. So, of the 5, this is the one I'm least interested in, really. Drew vs Jinder, which is a shame, because there's a lot you could actually went off of with this feud. But, unfortunately, it's about a sword, it's about a motorbike that Jinder never used before this storyline. At least I don't remember Jinder Mahal ever using a motorbike beforehand. Might have used it in a one-off segment before, but certainly not enough for it to be part of his gimmick. But let's give your entrance, Jinder. Let's get on with the actual match. Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal. Let's see who the game thinks will win at SummerSlam. My prediction is obviously Drew McIntyre, but Jinder Mahal with a back elbow to Drew right off the bat. But McIntyre, big clothesline by the Scottish psychopath. Jinder Mahal, though, from behind, it's like a final cut sort of move, right? Yeah, that's what I think it is. Drew clothesline to Jinder, sending him to the outside. Both men have had a big SummerSlam win to their name in a WWE Championship match. Jinder Mahal beating Shinsuke Nakamura to retain his WWE title in 2017. Drew McIntyre retaining his WWE title over Randy Orton in 2020. Those are each of those guys' biggest wins at SummerSlam. I don't think they've actually... I'm trying to think. Jinder's probably not won at SummerSlam since, or ever again, ever in his career. Drew, has he ever had another SummerSlam win? He was not in 2010, nor 2011, or 2012. Upon his return, he wasn't at the 2018 Survivor Series. He was managing Ziggler. He wasn't at the 2019 SummerSlam. Gosh, as McIntyre only competed at one SummerSlam prior to this year's. Damn. I mean, I wasn't really that surprised about Jinder not having another SummerSlam match, but Drew. I'm trying to think. He was not at this 2019 one. I don't think. Don't remember him appearing at that show. 2018, I know he was with Ziggler at that point. 2017 it was in NXT. 2014 SummerSlam, he was released a bit before then. 2013 would have been his last chance to be at SummerSlam in his original run. He wasn't then. So yeah. Drew's only appeared at one SummerSlam in his career. In real life, up to this point. Before tonight's SummerSlam against Jinder Mahal. Of course, Jinder also only had one SummerSlam appearance, being in 2017. Now Jinder, arm breaker. Jinder Mahal standing in the turnbuckle. And for a neck breaker, McIntyre able to counter. And Drew McIntyre, wait a minute, out of nowhere, Future Shock DDT! Future Shock DDT from Drew McIntyre. Decide not to go for the cover until... you're not going to win off a stomp, are you? I'd like to backtrack on that. Because Drew won off a stomp. So, here's what WWE 2K19 has predicted. Drew McIntyre will win tonight's SummerSlam match between Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal off of a stomp. Will that happen? No, it'll end up a Claymore. That's obviously how it'll end. It'll end up a Claymore. Because of course, Jinder's not winning it. Surely Jinder's not winning. I mean, I say that, but no one thought he'd beat Randy Orton at Backlash 2017. But I doubt that, yeah. Surely Drew's defeating Jinder. Right? Surely. Anyway, the next match we'll be doing... We'll save all 3 world title matches for the end. So that means up next, and I believe this is just a singles match. Yes, it is. It will be the Rated R Superstar Edge taking on the visionary Seth Rollins. And let's change that arena to SummerSlam. This is the match, I think. If it's not match of the night, it'll be because there was like Roman vs. Cena is great, or like it is one of the 2 matches I'm like, okay, that's going to be the match of the night. You know, Usos vs. Mysterios, now I think about, could actually be a sleeper hit because their match on the Monday Night Kickoff show was really good, but it was just obviously a kickoff show match, so it's not crazy good. But I think that the Usos vs. Mysterios could end up being a sleeper hit. But this match is the one I'm looking forward to the most. And it's the one that I don't know who's going to win this. Is it going to be Edge? Is it going to be Rollins? Like, you can make a case for either guy to win this. Because Edge, since winning the Rumble, has not had a major win. He lost at Mania, he lost him in the Bank. So yeah, he's not had a major win since the Rumble. Meanwhile, Rollins, he beat Cesaro, he won that feud, but like, he's the full-time guy, and is Edge full-time? I don't. When he appears, he'll compete on Smackdown, but he'll take time off. That's seemingly what it is. It's like he's a part-timer, but when it's time for him to appear, he has a full-time sort of schedule. So, I don't know if Edge is going to appear for months afterwards. So, you can make the case for Seth Rollins having the win here. But, I don't know who's going to win. I'm going to guess Edge. In fact, during Rollins' entrance, I'll just go through the rest of the card. We won't be doing for this video in terms of the matches. Who I think will win? Styles and Omos versus RK Bro. Surely RK Bro's winning that, right? RK Bro's got to win that. Styles and Omos, I don't know what else they can do with the titles, really. Alexa Bliss versus Eva Marie. Well, Alexa Bliss, I guess. I don't really care about that feud, no. Oh. Sheamus versus Damian Priest for the US title. You know, that should be a pretty good match, I assume. I'm going to guess Damian Priest wins the US title there. Usos versus Mysterios. I'm guessing Usos. Nikki ASH versus Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Huh. I do not know who's going to win that, because on one hand you can say, oh, Nikki ASH, Nikki Cross has not held the championship for that long. So you could say, okay, Nikki retains and holds it for a little bit longer. But then you got Charlotte Flair involved, and she always wins the titles. Or WWE could shock us and have Rhea Ripley regain the title. So I don't know. I'm gonna guess Charlotte Flair as the easy option, really. But I don't know. I'll say who I think will win: Blair, Banks, Lashley, Goldberg, and Reigns versus Cena as I get to those matches. But here we go: Rollins versus Edge, which is my pick for the match of the night. And not confidently, but my guess for the winner is Edge. So, well, not for this, but maybe for the game, I guess. For the game, it is definitely just either or, because each of them has got a good overall in this game. The real life match, I don't know, but I'm gonna guess Edge. And now Edge. Oh, look at this! They're gonna decapitate Seth Rollins on the rope. I didn't know he had that move. And a knee from Edge on Rollins. They're gonna choke out Seth Rollins. Into the cover on Seth Rollins, but a kick out of one. It's early goings in this matchup so far. Kick to the back from the Radar Superstar. Went for something. Might have been the Edge-O-Matic. He didn't look like he was going for a grapple, which you usually would say to me that's like a signature move or something. So I'm going to guess he was going to go for the Edge-O-Matic, because he definitely wasn't going for the spear, because it would have been a different reversal. I mean, there, I guess you call that spear. Spear to sending Rollins to the outside, in the exact same position that Jinder Mahal was in, and we all know who won that match between McIntyre and Jinder Mahal, not being Drew McIntyre. Now, Rollins just playing cat and mouse basically with Edge, but Edge won that game basically. Suplex, vertical suplex from the Radar Superstar. Going for a headbutt, but Rollins with an elbow to the face of Edge. Now Rollins, schoolboy, rolling through into the super kick. Super kick from Rollins. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Going for the Revolution knee. Ripcord knee from Rollins on Edge. Will that be enough to put away Edge? But no, a kick out at two from Edge. Edge was able to kick out of that ripcord knee. It's not the curb stomp, it's not that kill shot basically. It's like, ooh, a curb stomp on Edge, that would be devastating. Edge-O-Matic from Edge. The Edge-O-Matic. Rollins sweeps the leg. Rollins is fired up. There's a forearm from Rollins. And another one. Sling Blade. Sling Blade connects. And Rollins up on the top rope. Seth Rollins, frog splash. Frog splash from Rollins. Into the cover, hook of the leg. There's one. There's a two. And it's over, wow. Rollins wins off a frog splash. That was pretty dominant from Rollins in terms of here. That was pretty dominant. Wow. Surprised Rollins won off a frog splash, but the game predicts that Seth Rollins will pick up the win. Will that be the case? We'll find out tonight at SummerSlam. And so now we'll be moving on to the next match. And it's the first of 3 title matches that I will be going through in this video. It's the boss, Sasha Banks, challenging the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair, for the Smackdown Women's Championship. Let's go to the SummerSlam arena once again. So, for this match, Belair versus Banks. You know, once again, this is kind of a match I don't really know who's going to win. Because on one hand, Um, Banks could regain the title, and like, because who's left for Belair to face? Because she's faced Lena Vega, she's faced Carmella, but has she faced Zelina Vega in this reign? I don't think so, but she's faced Zelina Vega on Smackdown, defeated her. She faced Bayley, and Bayley's currently injured, so I don't really know who's left for Blair to face. I mean, Toni Storm you could have face Belair, so that's an option, but anybody else after that? I don't know. And Storm could easily face Banks, because I think Storm's right now a face. Seemingly Toni Storm's a face, so Toni Storm could face Sasha Banks. But yeah, I don't know. So you know, I actually just like sort of talked my way into thinking, yeah, I think Sasha Banks is winning this. I think Sasha's regaining the SmackDown Women's Championship. Because even though Bianca Belair's reign has not been the greatest, I mean, it's a good run. And a good feud with Bayley, good matches. But I don't really think there's any other opponents for Bianca as champion. So I think it'll be Sasha Banks regaining the championship at SummerSlam. And here comes the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair, the SmackDown Women's Champion. I don't think there's anything else for me to say other than just let the match go, really. Because I'm trying to think. I've just said other stuff. Well, there's probably here my laptop there. In fact, that's probably something you've been hearing a lot, because every video there's my laptop's getting a notification of something. Oh well. Oh, it would have been so much better to just have the ring announcer speak here, because now this seems a bit awkward. And what's happened to Bianca's hair there? It's trying to wrap around her like a snake. Anyway, now save the introductions. You already know who Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair are, and I think Sasha's going to go for a lockup with Bianca Belair with a forearm to the face of Banks. Now Sasha went for a grapple, but Bianca Belair will wrestle her away. STO from Bianca Belair. Now Belair with a gourd buster. Drop kick from Banks. And a snap suplex. The boss is in control of this match. I wonder if the hair will be getting into play in this match. I do think I gave Belair the hair whip, but I know it wasn't in her moveset originally. I do think I gave her it. So you might end up seeing the hair whip. I think it's not. I gave it to her as a signature. So if she does her signature, there's a chance you'll see it. Oh, look at the strength. The strongest. Bianca Belair with a stalling vertical suplex on Sasha Banks. Belair in control, just kicking away at Sasha Banks into the cover. Early cover. Not even hooking the leg, and it was a kick out at 1. It wouldn't have been it even if she did hook the leg. Now Belair. Oh, look at this. Shades of Beth Phoenix with a glam slam. Well, like a free fall glam slam. Banks with an elbow trying to get Belair away. Now, head scissors from Banks. Sweeps the leg. Belair sweeps the leg on Banks. And now what's this? Oh, Boston Crab. Boston Crab from Belair on Sasha. I don't think Sasha will submit. Oh, she won't. She able to sweep that leg there. Just grab that leg and oh, kicks her away. Nice counter from Sasha. Now Sasha, snap suplex. We're going to work on that back. Ready for the back statement. Oh, look at this. Oh, wait a minute. A bow and arrow submission from the boss. With the EST able to... Oh, there's a quick kick out there off that reversal. Oh, wow. Shot of the knee, dropping Bianca. And Sasha using the ropes to propel Bianca into the center of the ring. Into the cover. Look at the leg with a kick out at 1. It will not be it just yet. Sasha sending Bianca off the ropes. Drop down. Went for a clothesline, but Bianca able to counter. Scoops her up to Bianca. Sasha able to counter. Back and forth between Bianca and Sasha. Now Sasha with a neck breaker. Calls that the bankrupt. 2. Kick out at 2. From Blair. But Banks. Sasha Banks is going to go for the bank statement. Can she get it? Backbreaker. Into the bank statement. Will Bianca submit here? Will Sasha Banks defeat Bianca Belair? Will Bianca tap out? Will Sasha Banks become the Smackdown Women's Champion? Let's go over the submission. I guess she was running. Her grip was running out. And look at this. Hurricane Rana from Banks. Belair sweeps the leg. And Belair showing a bit of disrespect to the boss, who is a 6-time women's champion in WWE. Oh, Sasha with a stun gun. A stun gun to Belair. Is that enough to beat Belair? No, it's not. Kick out at 2 off that stun gun. Kick to the back. And a shining wizard. Shining wizard from the boss. Sasha's, basically been in control since the get-go, really. Bianca's had some stuff in there, but Sasha Banks has been in control for most of this match. Drop kick to the back of Belair. Continuing to work on the back. And now, look at this. The cross jacket. The cross jacket submission. Cross jacket. But Bianca Belair able to escape. But Sasha Banks once again in control on a roundhouse kick. Roundhouse kick. And wait a minute. Oh gosh. Sarah Logan. Okay, this is what you can actually predict. Sarah Logan is going to return and for some reason distract Sasha Banks. And Belair. Oh my goodness, a backslide. Oh, is that going to be it? Nope, kick out at 1. Interesting. Interesting that Sarah Logan, and she's going to be at ringside. And Belair. Oh, I think she was going to go for the KOD. She was going to go for the KOD, but Banks. Backstabber into the bank statement. Surely that's it. Bank statement in for a second time. And Belair taps out. Sasha Banks with the win. Despite this distraction from Sarah Logan that just meant nothing. I did not expect that. I did not expect Sarah Logan to get involved, but Sasha Banks wins the championship. So 2K19 predicts is Sasha Banks wins, but Sarah Logan tries to stop that from happening for some reason. I would say that was actually the best match so far. Drew vs. Jinder ended off a stomp. Rollins versus Edge kind of ended prematurely. So, and Banks versus Blair was actually pretty good for what the game predicts. And yeah, I know it'll be a great match. The WrestleMania match was a really good match. And so next we've got Bobby Lashley, the almighty WWE Champion, versus Goldberg. Lashley, and no, Leo Rush, you can stay away. You can stay away, Leo. Taking on Goldberg. put 04 Goldberg because it says WWE attire. And, so, this one, I don't know who's going to win. Pretty bad reason. I know who should win. Bobby Lashley should surely win. Definitely, he should just definitely win this, but, like, I feel like Goldberg is going to win, isn't he? Goldberg's going to win, isn't he? Hopefully not, because I don't have MVP, and I don't have MVP because I've got a bunch of cars downloaded and like created and stuff. So I don't have MVP at ringside. So basically, it's just Goldberg versus Lashley. And here comes Goldberg. As for my prediction for this match, there's a gut feeling that Goldberg's gonna actually win, but I'm gonna go with Lashley, just because I want Lashley to win. But there's a gut feeling Goldberg's winning. We'll see at SummerSlam. We'll see tonight who's gonna win, but I hope Lashley wins, but I think Goldberg's winning it. And he doesn't need to win. Big E might cash in. We might see a cash in. Will we? I don't know. I should have actually put Big E at the Money Back winner, so then if there was a cash in, we'd be, oh my goodness, he's cashing in. But didn't actually do that. So we're just gonna see Goldberg and Lashley with nothing like a cash-in is gonna happen. But hold on, could Big E cash in during? No, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Big E's not going to cash in during the match, unless I jinx that. He will, but no. It's gonna be Lashley versus Goldberg. It's not gonna be any triple. It's not gonna transform into a triple threat with Big E. My prediction, for sure now, I'm gonna lock it in. Lashley wins, but Goldberg he's gonna win, isn't he? Wait, why is it telling me to do the running? Did I accidentally start playing as Lashley? Did I? I might have actually started playing as Lashley. I'll pause it and make the AI play it. Here comes Lashley, the WWE champion. How outdated is Lashley now? Wow. The WWE champ, Bobby Lashley. He's had a great reign, I'd say. Like, match at Mania was pretty. With McIntyre was great. The Mania Backlash triple threat was Strowman and McIntyre. A just awesome match. That was a great, just powerhouse match. And yeah, I accidentally did start playing as Lashley, so I'll just let the AI do that. And oh yes, here we go, Lashley. If you're expecting a match for the technical wrestling with Lashley and Goldberg, you're looking at the wrong match. So, yeah, Lashley's WWE title reign has been great in my opinion. Lashley reversing that kick, but Goldberg back in control, went for a clothesline. Lashley able to counter. I should have started them with like a bunch of finishers, shouldn't I? Because that's basically what the match is going to be. It's going to be spears, 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 and Spear Mania. Because Lashley also has a spear. He'll have a Hurt Lock in it probably. A snap suplex from Lashley on Goldberg. That is just not going to work, Lashley. And now Lashley sending Goldberg into the post. I'm gonna guess Goldberg didn't headbutt a door on his way out of here. Or else his head would have been covered with blood. And now Lashley with an elbow drop on Goldberg. Lashley's been in control for quite a bunch of this match. There's that big spine buster from the Almighty, from the Dominator, Bobby Lashley. suplex from Lashley. Now Lashley deadlifting Goldberg up. Power slam from the Dominator. And it was going to go for it again, but Goldberg sweeps the leg. Went for a kick, but once again Lashley in control. And now Lashley, oh my goodness, a torture rack, backbreaker. The Rock Attack from Lashley on Goldberg. Now going for the legs of Goldberg. Lashley's going for the spear. Lashley setting up Goldberg for the spear. Can Lashley get it? He does! The spear on Goldberg! Two, but a kick out at two from Goldberg. And Lashley still in control, however. And he's going to go for the Dominator, perhaps. Or maybe the Hurt Lock. I think I did give him the Hurt Lock. But he's going for the Dominator. The Dominator from Lashley on Goldberg. The cover. Two. Goldberg kicking out at two. I thought Lashley just dominated Goldberg there. But no, Goldberg kicked out. I mean, he has dominated him. But just that Goldberg's not done yet. Of course, after... Oh my, look at this again. Deadlifting Goldberg up. Power slam. And Lashley just posing for the fans. I wouldn't turn back on the Goldberg. Oh, is that how he's gonna... I hope that's not how Lashley loses. Even though my prediction is Lashley, I'm not confident. He reversed that mid-move. Oh, Lashley has a great advantage now. Lashley's just been great here. In this match, he has been great. And Lashley, big vertical suplex on Goldberg. A spear. Another spear on Goldberg. Oh, Goldberg kicked out again. This has been all Lashley. And it's crazy. That's because it's been all Lashley. And Lashley's going for the Dominator. The Dominator on Goldberg. Oh, Goldberg did that again. Okay, so Lashley's just been dominating, and Goldberg has just been kicking out of everything. Oh, every time like things happen, it's always like, oh, this is how Lashley's losing, is it? Oh, this is how Lashley's losing. He's injured Goldberg. This is what 2K19 predicts. 2K19 predicts that Lashley's going to injure Goldberg, which means he's going to injure Goldberg in front of his son Gage. Running power slam from Lashley, cover, but Goldberg kicks out again. Went for something, but Goldberg able to counter. Goldberg went for a kick, but Lashley, and this is what Goldberg does. A big spine buster. That's what Goldberg does. That big spine buster. And now Lashley's going for the legs of Goldberg. Powering away on Goldberg. Lashley's... I just want to have a look at his health for a second. Look at that! He's in the green! Goldberg's in the red! Another spear on Goldberg! And he's not... What? He's not going for the pin! Goldberg countered. But Lashley gets back in control. Can I hit? I hope you're right. The Hurt Lock! The Hurt Lock is in! Is Goldberg gonna submit? Did the game predict that Goldberg's gonna No, what? Goldberg got out of it. Goldberg got out. Lashley's tired out. How is Goldberg continuing this? Cover from Lashley. About belly to belly, but Goldberg kicks out again. And Goldberg with a shot to the midsection. Oh no. Wait. No. It's only not off one move. Goldberg has Lashley up for the jackhammer. The jackhammer from Goldberg on Lashley. But Lashley kicks out at 2 from the jackhammer. And Goldberg has comeback. I mean, it's not his. I know it's specifically not his. It's Ryback's. It's hilarious that he has Ryback's comeback. I didn't give him that. The game hasn't had that. I don't think I've had into Goldberg's moveset at all. But, oh, this actually now. Oh, Goldberg's got a spear. Oh, Lashley able to counter the spear. Lashley countered the spear. And now shots to the midsection of Goldberg. Clothesline from Lashley. Oh, now setting up for the spear. Lashley with a spear on Goldberg. There's a cover. Hook of the leg. It's it over. Oh. It took a lot. But the game predicts Bobby Lashley will retain the WWE title. Which is the right decision. Especially with how dominant Lashley was. Like, jeez. The game makes me want to see that, but I know it's not going to happen. It's just going to be a kind of like Goldberg Lesnar, I guess. But will it have the right winner? I don't know, like Goldberg Lesnar Mania 33. But will it have the right winner? I don't know. But anyway, now time for the main event of the evening. It will be John Cena, and I feel like, what is Roman's overall? Because I want it to be a big finale, 92. Alright, to give Cena the best chance, sort of have a, wait, that is green though, and he doesn't have green hair now, never mind. John Cena, 2013, no, I'll put it as regular Cena, it makes sense, because that is the modern Cena. So it'll be John Cena versus Roman Reigns at a manager, because, I mean, in this instance, the manager is in the game. Paul Heyman. And at SummerSlam, John Cena versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title. Can John Cena get the 17 world title wins? Can Reigns defeat John Cena once again? Because he did it at No Mercy 2017. Can he do it again? And this time it's Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. The best heel in WWE. I would say. Trying to think of a better one, really. But yeah. Yeah, no. There is no argument. Roman Reigns best heel in WWE. And so, here comes John Cena and... I mean, this game was released at a point where it was mixed reactions to Cena. And it probably might be at SummerSlam just out of habit. But, here he comes. The 16-time World Champion, John Cena. Looks to win a 17th world title and his first Universal title. It's a championship he's never held. Will John Cena manage to defeat Roman Reigns at SummerSlam tonight? Will Roman Reigns retain the championship? What will the game predict? What do I predict? Roman. I think Cena's basically just a big star that's going to lose to Roman Reigns. I don't see Cena defeating Roman Reigns. I mean, as much as it'd be crazy if Cena was to win, it's Roman Reigns, surely. That's just like, I'm like 99% sure that Roman Reigns is going to win. The other 1% is like, ooh, WWE might actually give it a Cena if Cena is actually staying. They might actually give it a Cena. But now, Cena's made his entrance, and now it's time for the Tribal Chief to make his way down the aisle, alongside a special counsel, Paul Heyman. This match here will be the 4th time the Universal Championship has main evented SummerSlam. In fact, I think the 4th time in a row, right? 2017, that was the 4-way. Strowman, Joe, Roman, Lesnar. 2018, that was Lesnar versus Reigns. 2019, that was Rollins, Lesnar. So 5 times in a row, actually. Because 2020, that was Strowman and Wyatt. And then 2021, Roman Reigns versus John Cena for the Universal Championship. Big fight feel between Roman Reigns and John Cena. The last time that Roman Reigns actually had a match at SummerSlam was 2018, because he returned to the 2020 SummerSlam. He didn't have a match in the 2019 SummerSlam. 2018 was his last SummerSlam, and he won in the main event against Brock Lesnar. Can he do the same here tonight against John Cena, a man who's had many SummerSlam victories, but also many SummerSlam losses? Universal Championship on the line. Introducing the challenger from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 241 pounds. I think that is the one that sticks in my head. Anyway, John Cena. And introducing the champion, accompanied by his special counsel, Paul Heyman, from Pensacola, Florida. He is the Universal Champion, the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns handing the Universal title over. Let's get the match on. We don't need to see the referee raise the belt. Y'all know what it's for. The big blue belt. Cena, Reigns, and they lock up. The only match that we watched that actually had that. Snapmare from Roman. No, a side headlock. Going against the arm there. Slamming him down. Cena. People chanting for Cena here early on. Roman Reigns once again with a waistlock. Waistlock takedown from Roman Reigns. The Tribal Chief is in control. But as I say that, John Cena with a side headlock on Roman Reigns. Now Roman pushing Cena against the ropes. Setting him up the ropes. Went for big boots. Cena able to counter. And a big shoulder tackle from John Cena and Roman Reigns, having a roll outside of the ring. John Cena in control early on. Now Cena went for a belly to belly, but Roman Reigns able to counter with a big hip toss takedown, I guess you could call that. Shifted his weight, allowing him to hit that hip toss. And now Roman Reigns is pounding away on John Cena. Kick right back, Roman Reigns in control of the franchise player of WWE from 2005 to, I guess you could say, like 2016, I guess you could say. I think that would be like a time period that you could say that Cena was just the franchise player. And Roman Reigns in the cover, an early cover on Cena, but a kick out at 1. Only a 1. Now look at these 12-6 elbows across the shoulder blades of John Cena. Cena with an emerald explosion into the cover, hook with a leg. There's a 1, but only a 1 count. I mentioned earlier about how Roman Reigns' last SummerSlam was 2018. But with John Cena, there's a bigger stretch from his SummerSlam appearances, because he wasn't at 2018 SummerSlam. His last SummerSlam was a year prior, 2017, when he opened the show. For SummerSlams that John Cena has main evented, you have to go back to 2014. And that was not a good night for John Cena when he was just destroyed by Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns with a Boston Crab on John Cena. Oh, but a Superman punch! Oh my goodness, out of nowhere, a Superman punch from Roman Reigns, but a kick out at 2 from Cena. How many times have you heard that saying? Kick out at 2 from John Cena. I got Roman Reigns setting up for the spear on Cena, but Cena able to sidestep it, sending Roman Reigns into the turnbuckle. Now Cena scooping up Roman. Snake eyes. And now Cena, oh my goodness, out of nowhere. Roman trying to escape it. Cena hitting the attitude adjustment into the cover. Hook of the leg. 2. Roman Reigns able to kick out at 2. Oh my goodness, that was a close one already. John Cena with that first attitude adjustment almost put away the tribal chief. A big deadlift. Gut wrench suplex from Cena. Roman Reigns back to his feet. Roman Reigns scoops up Cena. Fireman's carry into the Samoan drop. Samoan drop from the head of the table. You will acknowledge him. And I acknowledge he's clothesline Cena. Big leaping clothesline from Cena. By Roman, I should say, not Cena. Roman Reigns setting up Cena. Superman punch. Cena able to counter. Now Cena. Oh, look at this. Sunset flip power bomb from John Cena. And now Cena's fired up. Cena's fired up. Cena now. Ducks a clothesline. There's a shoulder tackle. You know what's coming here. 5 moves of doom. Cena ducks a clothesline. There's that side slam, the back suplex side slam, and out Roman Reigns. You may not be able to see him, but you will feel there's 5 knuckle shuffle on the way. John Cena connecting. Oh, Roman Reigns is busted open. Roman Reigns has been busted open by John Cena. Oh, that 5 knuckle shuffle. Now Cena. Oh, Reigns with an elbow. Reigns going for a clothesline. Cena able to counter. They were going to go to the AA, but see, Roman Reigns just hit a clothesline, a desperation clothesline. A desperation leaping clothesline from Roman Reigns. He saw that AA coming. He saw the attitude adjustment coming. But Roman Reigns quickly able to escape that. Boy, I think I know what Cena's going for. I think I know what Cena's planning. But Roman Reigns needs to stop that. Roman Reigns needs to make sure that that does not happen. Cena is going to go for that, an avalanche attitude adjustment. And now Roman Reigns setting up Cena. He tried to do it a bit before, didn't get it. He got one earlier on in the match. There's a Superman punch to Cena. Second Superman punch of the match for Roman Reigns on John Cena. And a cover on John. Will Cena kick out of this? Oh my goodness, what? Wow. Reigns went up a Superman punch. That's a surprise. Roman Reigns retains the Universal Championship, so 2K19 predicts that Roman Reigns will defeat John Cena, which I do agree with. And that'll be it for this video. I'll see you all in the next one, which will be a YouTube Universe Mode video, where we'll be focusing on getting to the Survivor Series pay-per-view. Well, TLC and Survivor Series pay-per-views. Yeah, so I'll see you all in that video. Bye-bye.